Hi. I enjoyed listening to the podcast on bilingual languages. I found it very interesting, and I have a great deal of respect for Dr. Rapazarda in taking the lead when she was a new counselor to help such a large growing Spanish community. Language barriers prevent many people in this country from receiving help they need. Even if they are able to receive help, the treatment or solutions to issues might be difficult to apply or place into context in an individual's culture. This not only occurs in counseling, but it occurs in education and all kinds of other work-related type activities. As the demographics continue to change in our country, it'll become more and more important to be able to speak another language besides English. I find it interesting that in many other countries, people speak their native language as well as English, and usually more languages than that. We're a little bit behind in that in America. As counselors, I believe we have the responsibility to help everyone. We'll need to learn to work with translators if we're not bilingual. Dr. Rapazarda discussed some of her strategies in working with translators in the podcast. She suggested meeting with the translator prior to the counseling session so that everyone can understand what their role or job will be. If the translator has no experience with counseling, it might be advisable to explain the premise of counseling so that the translator understands the importance of confidentiality, even though translators have their own confidentiality codes usually. This would be a large concern for me because the translator and the client they might live in the same community, and this could bring up issues with dual relationships and confidentiality. Accuracy, of course, is always an issue because it's very difficult to transfer word for word. And the translator might not be able to translate or get back some information that would be really important for me to understand. I also would worry about how strong of a relationship would I have with the client who is speaking directly to the translator versus me. I think it'd be easy for the client to develop a strong relationship with the translator. If you do not have a translator and a client is trying to explain to you a very emotional issue in their non-dominant language, they also might not be able to express their thoughts completely, so the whole thing could be misinterpreted. I think it would be very helpful to learn some Spanish and be able to pay close attention to nonverbals in helping more clients. As a counselor, you need to be willing to spend more time as well with these clients and be patient. I know from experience that attempting to speak with a client in their own language, even if it's just a little bit, can be very helpful and really appreciated. This can greatly improve the relationship between the counselor and the client and keep that relationship going. Thank you.